Alright, hello. My name is Deebs. I'm joined with Pokesol. We're both runners of DR. Pokesol is way older than me, but I've played a lot recently, so I can just let you present yourself, Pokesol.
Hey, my name is Pokesal. I've been
Yeah.
running this game for technically uh 8 years, but I've only started running again last 2 or 3.
Yep. I'm like 1 month or 2 months old, but I played a lot, so yeah. Alright, we can start here. As long as I 3, 2, 1, timer.
So this is Dead Rising. It's I guess you could call it a JRPG beat 'em up zombie game where you run around the mall that you've been thrown in as the photojournalist Frank West. Uh, so we're going to be jumping around here. That's our fastest way to move here, as we have no speed upgrades on our character. You get a small speed boost upon jumping and upon landing. So we're just going to hop around here until we get to the first major RNG section of the game.
Yep. It's can be so much RNG that sometimes it will be impossible, but we do have saves, but it'd be surprising if this prologue is actually impossible. Like doesn't happen often.
Yeah, you almost never get like an impossible one.
Yeah.
It's really rare.
Hmm.
You just often get really bad ones.
Yep. Also, if you want to play, explain the time skip.
Oh yeah, we're using a mod. If you know Dead Rising, you'll know this game has a lot of waiting times. And we use a mod called Timeskip to skip the waiting times as if we were just doing a bunch of ILs back to back, which is how we used to run. So we're trying to grab this shotgun here. You got it. Okay. He's trying to do a little skip called stair clip there. You can grab onto the seam in between the stairs and you'll trigger this loading zone up here.
It's pretty hard to land, especially if there's zombies in front of it. Yeah.
Saves like 3 or 4 seconds. And now we needed that shotgun because we're going to use that to beat like half the bosses in the game.
Yep. You really need it. So that's why this part is like super RNG oriented. So sometimes there'll be like so many zombies like there that it's kind of impossible to get to the stairs in like a time that we would normally take.
Yeah, it's all RNG whether you walk out of that room with a 54 on the clock or a 120.
Yep.
So
There's
we're gonna,
skills required, but not that many.
yeah, your movement can save you a couple seconds, maybe like 1 to 3.
Yep.
There's a lot of that's like timing your jumps correctly. You
Yep.
can
Yep.
just spam it, but it's better to time it.
Yep.
So we're gonna get a bunch of handguns. We're gonna get two forced into our inventories at different parts of this first section of the game here. We want to drop these, but we don't want to do it in a slow manner. So we're just gonna fill our inventory up with other items, and it'll drop it for us because it can't fit anymore.
Yep.
These are the skateboards, which are be our primary mode of movement for the game. They can be powered up with books right here. They essentially triple the durability of everything, of every book you're holding, and it stacks multi. I can't even say that word. It's 3 times times 3 times times 3 times.
Yep. We still gotta avoid like all the zombies though, because this game doesn't have that much durability compared to the newer versions of Dead Rising.
Yeah, it's you get 3 hits with no books, 9 with 1 book, 27 with 2 books, and 81 with 3 books. We
But
don't
we,
get the third
yeah,
book for this
exactly.
run.
Yep.
So this is our first boss fight, Carlito. Uh, so we're just gonna pick back up our skateboard here. There are two like patterns here. You can either stop at that first pillar there, or you can stop at the second one. You can, if he stops at the second one, you can go for 2 headshots. Going for any more or less doesn't matter. But going for 2 saves you an extra shot, and it's about half a second faster.
Yep. So if you want to explain levels here, it's kind of a big thing, probably the biggest part of RNG in this game.
Yeah. Each level, there are each like levels 1 to 5 is classified as a level up group. You get the same rewards just in a random order. So the what you want is stock, then zombie ride, then jump kick, then life. You got stock, which is the best here.
Yep.
It doesn't really save time. It just makes the route a lot safer because he can grab a book a lot earlier than he normally would.
Yep.
Later in the game, there's going to be another level up group, and we just want to get stock. If we don't get it, we lose 15 to 20 seconds.
You have like 2 chances of getting it. So like from level 6 to level, I believe 9, 6, 8.
It's
Yeah,
6 and 7 you can get it on.
yeah. But to 6 and 9, you get like a perk, and you only get 6 and 7. Yeah, like Focus said.
Yeah.
Also, Bike Zip can go explain it if you want.
Yeah, this is Bikes Up, the only skip in the game. So we're gonna take this bike. Normally you'd ride up to this cutscene trigger here, and then you go back and around the way you came. So we're gonna ride the bike into this cutscene trigger. It'll stop us from teleporting into the uh, stop you from being teleported by the cutscene magic here. So once he skips a cutscene, he's going to hold the accelerate button and right to get a little speed boost. Saves around 2 seconds or so over going the normal way and grabbing the bike after. So then he's going to go up to this thing. This only works on high FPS. You hold right on your controller, then left on your keyboard for a second, then let go of right on or left on your keyboard, and it'll launch you. He's gonna switch back to 60 FPS here because more zombies spawn on on higher FPS, and it is also they're more aggressive.
Yep.
There's also a bunch of little other oddities that happen that just make the game overall just a lot slower.
Some bosses will change the pattern and everything, so you really need to change the
Yeah,
FPS after Bike Zip. So you need 180 F for Bike Zip, I believe.
I should probably explain the story better. We just went and saw a guy. We in the first little cutscene we saw uh, Barnaby, the old man, and we just tried to recruit him because he knows something about the zombies. And
What's going on anyway?
right here, we're gonna figure out that he
Before
gets
this whole thing
kidnapped
started,
by
someone
the
called
guy
a
we saw on
professor
the
and told him to
rooftop
come to
just
this
at the
mall.
beginning of the
Check
game.
line, did you?
Also, the first guy we fought with the shotgun with the headshots, Carlito. That's the man.
Yes, the skateboards are 3 cubed.
We're also being really lucky right now.
Yeah,
See those elevators? Sometimes you can get stuck in them for like a way too long, but we pretty much got it instantly both times, so it's pretty good.
yeah, he's gonna get teleported through the cutscene magic here again. This explains Queens. We don't have to really mess with them this run, thankfully.
Yeah, you usually mess with them in overtime, but for the ending we don't need overtime.
So now we're gonna go to the second boss, the most RNG boss in the game. I didn't mention it, I forgot to, but he picked up a submachine gun. He's gonna
Yep.
use it on this boss.
Someone shooting from the floor above.
So
Carlito is a master of everything. He has mastery of firearms, information technology, engineering, chemistry, medicine, everything you
yep.
could think of.
Also, this fight is really not hard. The only thing that matters is if he's too far away and if he shoots you too fast, well, you won't be able to kill him. But here I got pretty lucky because he didn't shoot me. He was pretty far, but he didn't shoot me. Like, it took a while. So I was able to get to him. Sometimes you're too far away for you to be able to use the on him.
Yeah.
There, I was pretty lucky.
Oh god, Brad.
Yep. So good.
Got life there.
Yep.
You can always tell whether or not you got life because whenever you level up, your health bar will move off the side.
Also, the way I was turning might look kind of easy, but it's really not.
Yeah, it took me quite a while to get used to that.
Yep.
So we're going to fight the next two bosses here. The most recognizable boss in the game, and then another one. So we're going to use the rest of that SMG ammo on the first boss to save a little bit of our shotgun ammo because we'll need it later.
Yep.
So in this story mission, in the last one, Brad got shot in the leg, and now he's running a fever, so we got to go get a med kit from him from the supermarket.
Also, this is the fight of Dead Rising. Like, if you have ever played this game, you definitely remember this fight, and you also remember the soundtrack. You should listen to the soundtrack because it's just the best.
Yeah, luckily we don't, or sadly we don't get to hear it for that long. For this
Yeah.
boss fight, you just, if you enter from Paradise Plaza, you can just ride forward and they'll always get stuck on that tree if your FPS isn't too high.
Yep.
So we're just gonna grab their gun, kill them with it, steal their car.
Yep. Also, we're gonna do some alchemy.
Yeah. We're gonna transform this body into a new gun for us to use in the next boss.
Why this happens? I don't know. It happens. Oh.
So we're gonna grab the maintenance tunnel key. It is very helpful. It helps you get around the map a lot faster. It saves around 2 or 3 minutes, even though it's out of the way.
Yep.
If he's lucky here, he can get a board from this box, but he didn't. I've only gotten that like twice ever.
It's pretty rare. Also, if you want to explain shopping carts and ledges and all that.
Oh yeah, you don't want to drive over the center dividers because they can flip over your car
Those
and just
ones.
send you.
Yep, the
And-
yellow thingies.
Shopping carts deal a lot of damage to your vehicle and can flip you over or just permanently get you stuck under
Yep.
your vehicle. So we do our best to avoid them.
But sometimes you just won't be able to avoid them because there's like a big crowd of zombies and a shopping cart behind it, so you don't really expect it. I've had so many runs where it would just die because it got stuck under the car and I couldn't move, or because like the car drove off because of shopping cart or something.
So here's the next boss, Steven. This is his store. We're trespassing, but we've got to get some medicine for our friend at the DHS, Brad. Jesse and Brad are DHS as agents come to investigate the zombie outbreak. He's not a hard boss.
Definitely not.
My store. My.
You really gotta land the headshot though, because if you don't let the headshot, he's gonna ram into you and do that again and again and again and again. So it's really just a matter of if you land the headshot, it's an easy fight.
Yeah. If you mess it up, you can jump backwards and go out the aisle, and it'll turn around once he follows you.
Yep.
But it wastes like 5 seconds or so.
Yep. I just want to show a bit of that cutscene because it's pretty good.
Have a nice day.
Steven is just such a funny guy.
Clean up. Register 6.
That's it.
Yeah, we came to also Carlito got shot when Brad did. They traded blows, so to say. And so his sister Isabella, which we'll be seeing later of in the story, came to get a med kit of her own to treat the big bad guy. We saved her from Steven, and now we're gonna be looking for her again.
Yep. She was, you probably didn't notice it because it was super fast, but she was in the shopping cart of Steven when we fought him.
Yeah. So we're gonna be taking this van here. We're gonna be switching vehicles here because this van is very slow. You could take it the other way around or back under and use the key, but it's like 5 seconds slower.
It's a Mustang here. I think that's a Mustang, right?
It is it's either a Corvette or God, I can't speak, a Ferrari.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is the fastest vehicle in the game by a wide margin.
Yep.
If he didn't get the book, or if he didn't get stock before level 3, he would get it right now. But he got stock, so he can be a little riskier with his boarding.
Yep. So if you want to explain N's RNG.
Oh yeah, those
That was
hands
close.
can drop in front of doors, and they make it impossible to open doors until
Yep.
you move them. Waste like 3 seconds.
Yep.
You are getting really unlucky with getting grabbed.
Yep, very much. So, getting grabbed on a skateboard is super rare. It's not that rare if you're at IFPS, so at the beginning it's kind of normal, but at 60 FPS it's like really unlucky. So we should go for like red.
He's gonna change for the style points here.
Yep. Alright. So what are we gonna do now?
We are gonna go fight the next boss.
Isabella. I want to say this is the hardest fight of all the game, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like the second most RNG fight combined with the second most execution-based fight in the game.
Yep. So I jump into that box. There's sometimes food in it. I got pretty unlucky. Hopefully there's food in this. There is. See, I'm kind of messing the warehouse up, but it's kind of a hard part. So, yep.
Even in good times, people break or mess up that little skate.
Yep.
So now we're gonna get teleported again by the power of cutscene magic. This is the true icon. We don't get to really encounter them. We might, but yeah, I have no idea what affects it. Sometimes they'll spawn in the next area. Sometimes they won't.
Yep. It's a really good concept though. Like they are pretty mysterious. They don't have any back lore or anything. It's really just a cult. You can get kidnapped by them if you get like pepper sprayed or something.
I think it's chloroform.
Oh,
You're supposed to be
chloroform.
thrown at you.
Okay. As Pokesaw said, there is the True cult. It's pretty much
Yeah.
the only encounter we get.
Sometimes they won't spawn there, sometimes they will.
Yep. I would love to explain more about True cult, but unfortunately, they're really just mysterious, and we don't know anything about them.
So now, coming up here, we're going to the honestly the worst boss fight.
I think it's also the best, but yeah, the worst. It's hard.
This is the run killer right here. This is our first introduction of shotgun swapping. He shoots, switches away, switches back, and then fires again, and it cancels the reloading animation of the first shot. You can repeat that over and over again to do a lot of damage to bosses.
Yep.
Frank with the balls of steel there.
Also, that was a really good fight. I got kind of
Yeah.
lucky because sometimes, even if you do the fight properly, there would be zombies around, and for some reason the shotgun will shoot the zombies first, and also shotgun bullets can miss for no reason. So, yep.
This is the second level up group. That was first level. He didn't get stock, which is unlucky. I think, like, overall, there's a 1 in 3 chance over the whole run for you to get the next stock here.
Okay, the webcam is out of focus for some reason. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that.
So we're gonna meet Isabella again. She brought a friend. We're gonna kill him.
Yep. It's really just about spamming X as the cutscene ends.
Yeah, if you don't have any shotgun shells left after that fight, you have to go pick up the nail gun on the floor there.
Yep.
So now we're going to be carrying her back to the safe room as we try not to get hit by zombies. They cannot grapple onto us, but if they like swipe at us like those two just did, we can drop Isabella, and that wastes like 3 seconds.
Yep. It's mostly RNG, but like you try to avoid groups of zombies because if you get into a group of zombies, you're definitely gonna get it. But like, you know, even if you pass by a single zombie, it will sometimes hit you and make you fall down. So I want to say this game has a lot of RNG, but the RNG isn't like at one place. It's really just everywhere, and it's not that big. So I don't think it's that bad. Some people like RNG in speedrunning, so.
If we were doing donations, this would be the place to do it. There's not much happening here.
Yeah, I guess you could explain the next case coming up.
So the next case coming up, I guess I'll explain this story.
Yeah.
So we're gonna bring back Isabella, and then we're gonna realize that Barnaby, the old guy that we saved in the second case of the game, has been turned into a zombie, and he bites Jessie, the DHS agent, pretty blonde-haired lady, and we kill zombie Barnaby. And if you saw earlier, Carlito was speaking to us over the intercom, and he's gonna issue an ultimatum for the next case where he puts bombs around the area here, or in the underground tunnels, fills it with flammable gas, and we have to go collect those bombs, or it'll blow up and send the zombie parasite into the atmosphere and infect the rest of the world.
Yep. I believe there's an ending if you let the bombs go up, blow up, right?
Yeah, the worst ending F.
Yep. Okay. You can actually get this ending if you stay on the helipad, like at the beginning. Like when you start the game, you just don't move, and you'll get that ending. Right?
No, you get a different ending than that.
I thought that was the one.
Also in that cutscene that we just skipped over, they mentioned, or it was revealed that Barnaby was the one who created the zombies, or he worked on the American research place that they were trying to make cows produce more meat, be bigger, and breed faster, so stuff like that. And they accidentally created zombies through some means.
Yep.
And they overrun Carlito and Isabella's hometown in South America. I think it's been like figured out what country they lived in. I don't remember it.
I have no idea actually. So this part is fairly simple. It's really just a matter of not letting your car break. If your car doesn't break, it's fine, but you do have the car at the end. But changing cars kind of loses you a bunch of times. You really just want to be careful. And again, shopping carts.
Coming up is one of the sections I was talking about like way earlier in the run where zombies can spawn. If you're on high FPS, zombies will spawn all over this area, but on 60 FPS, it's completely empty.
Yep. So yes, shopping carts can sometimes, if we just unfortunately touch a shopping cart, it will sometimes just break the car. Well, not break it completely, but damage it a lot. And also, if a shopping cart goes under the car, well, the car is pretty much done.
Yeah.
It's really Just avoid them and you'll be fine, I guess.
Like at 99% of the time, either you just get stuck on it permanently or you get flipped over.
Yep. So we gotta avoid Carlito here. He's a boss fight. You can actually fight him, but we don't do that.
Yeah. So right about here, we're just gonna keep turning left.
Yep.
Left until the end.
I believe there are 6 bombs in total, right?
I'll see whenever you collect the next bomb.
We have 2 remaining after that one. I think 5? 5. I think so.
No, it's 6.
Okay. And this is also where you want to get stuck. We didn't get stuck, so you see this run would probably not be good. Well, it could technically still be good, but
Yeah.
if you don't get stuck, it's, as we said earlier, like 15 to 20 seconds of time loss, so...
Yeah.
It's pretty much
Thieves
the
here is-
best. Go for it, go for it.
Yeah, Deeves here has beaten my best time without stock when I got it.
Yeah, true. I got pretty lucky on the rest of it. But yeah. After that, it's... As you can see, the car is almost broken, but we're pretty much done, so we should be fine. Just gotta avoid their last shopping carts, and we're good. Yep.
Yeah, if you make it out with the white car, it's pretty good.
Yep. I didn't show it, but there is also the van, like, at the last bomb you can take. So, as I said before, it's slow, but you can. So I want to say this one is really optimized. Like, we're talking about seconds all the time for a 30 minutes run. I feel like that's kind of a maybe exaggerated, but that's the point we are. You're
Yeah,
about to say
with
something.
X run, we can only save like probably like 30 seconds over that.
Yep. Ek being the one that has the world record right now.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
That's fine.
So I believe his board is blinking. Yeah, that means
Yeah.
he can only take whenever it starts blinking. That means you can only take 9 more hits. It starts blinking at 1/3 durability, and since we have 2 pokes, we have 27 durability.
That's what I was talking about, elevator also. This one was pretty bad. So,
We're coming up to one of the major RNG sections of the run. For the story here, I'm trying to think. So in the second, in case 1-3, which was one of the first case, or 1-4 was one of the first cases of the game. You may be wondering why haven't they just called for help in this zombie outbreak? It's because Carlito there, or Carlito the big bad, with his mastery of hacking and stuff, has jammed all the signals of the U.S. government somehow. And we're gonna go to his hideout and disable the signal jammer here.
yep.
The yellow lines in front of the elevator there are the little area that Isabella can make it into the elevator there and get moved down to the next floor. This yellow line in front of the corridor here is the same.
Yep.
We pick up that lead pipe to clear out the zombies in Isabella's path because she's very aggressive. She likes to attack everything.
Yeah, I want to say all the survivors in this game are pretty passive, and they die really easily. The only survivor that is really aggressive is Isabella. So now we're gonna be doing a bunch of... We'll go for it, Boxel.
Yeah, we're going to be refreshing our skateboards here. Don't want to drop the book there.
Nope.
And we're going to be moving over to the stairwell here. We stand in the corner because it deloads all the zombies. Relic from the 360 days where it would deload zombies that were too far away to conserve processing power. We're waiting until she crosses our right leg. That means she's far enough along that when we skate back over, she should be right at the door where we need her to be.
Yep. So we're gonna do that pretty much 3 times, just despawning zombies in front of Isabella.
The lamppost to the left here, right next to the bushes, is the little like area where she can fit into the loading zone there. For the park here, we're going to be taking the long way around, just deloading the zombies in her path.
Yep.
Right next to the North Plaza entrance over there, the shade of the tree is where she can make it into the loading zone here.
So this part is like, there is RNG into it, but not really. It's really just a matter of despawning the zombies. But Isabella can sometimes will sometimes stop and sometimes she won't. But it's not that big of a deal. It's really just, if you do it properly, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So you see, this wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Way better than anything I've ever done. Yeah, that tree right there that Isabel's standing under.
Yep. Alright, we're gonna do this one last time. Oh, so you go for it, Fred.
You can go.
Okay, I was just about to say that we've been saying like, oh, we have to manage the skateboard all the time, but this one doesn't really matter because we're gonna be switching it.
Yeah, we have one board that we just can use to take all the hits here.
Yep.
If you're low on health here, you can, there's the little walkway to the right, and you can grab some milk on that.
Yep.
So we come over to the skate. Yeah, we can come over to the motorcycle here. Wait a second or two to deload the zombies before coming back. We want to deload the zombies over here, and then we'll grab some shotguns from the gun store here for the next boss.
Yep.
If he got lucky, he would be able to have 2 skateboards here for the next upcoming section.
So that is why we were talking about 15-20 seconds, because there's going to be a lot of places where we actually need to go through a big crowd of zombies with the skates. But since I didn't get stuck, I'm going to have to jump around.
In this little case story here, where Isabella just reveals that she doesn't know what she's doing and that she can't fix it.
The what is it called again?
Signal jammer.
Yep.
And now Jesse has called us as we're just completely lost on what we're doing, and tells us to come back to the security room because she found something interesting on the monitors. That is some pretty bad spawns there.
Yep. So that was the place where, one of the places where you should be using this kit if you have stock, but unfortunately we don't, so I'm jumping around.
Yeah, skating is around double the speed of just jumping around.
Yep. So, for the next case, I guess you could explain the story if you want.
Yeah, we're just gonna go back to the next the safe room because Jessica, or I called her Jessica, Jessie, found something on the monitors. And we're gonna find out that our good friend Carlito, the terrorist, has been kidnapped by the butcher, Larry.
I want to say he's the second artist boss fight. He's also the last one.
Yeah, he's the most, I guess you could say, technical boss fight.
Yep.
Besides, Brock, which we don't fight.
Yep. Brock is the last boss in overtime mode. Okay. So, I guess you could also explain the ledge jump. I just did.
Yeah, I was like, is he gonna get it? Yeah, you can jump, move right in there, then start moving left in there, and you'll skip the ledge. Getting up on the ledge animation saves around half a second whenever you do it.
Yep. It's pretty hard to land, but you can get it consistently. And as we said before, this one is really optimized, so half a second is kind of a big deal. Especially
Yeah,
since you do it all the time, like this ledge jump.
yeah, you do it like 6 times, so
Yep.
it's like a couple seconds all across the run.
Yep. So,
So now we're just gonna go to the maintenance tunnels and go to the butcher shop.
yep. Save the men we killed, well, we fought twice. Well, technically 3 times if you count where he was driving the truck in the, I mean the van in the bomb collector case.
Yeah.
So,
If you're low on health,
yep.
he's kind of low on health. You can go over to this box over here. It'll always have raw meat in here.
Yep.
Frank has an iron gut, so he doesn't care that it's raw.
I want to say most boxes in this game, like cardboard boxes, have different like items in them depending on randomness. But the raw meat one we just took is the only one that always has raw meat, and this one at least.
Yeah, I don't know there's any other box in the game that has
sure.
a guaranteed item.
Guess you can explain how we're gonna fight this boss here.
Yeah, so for this boss right here, he's the only boss in the game that doesn't just immediately attack you upon entering the boss fight. So we're going to hide behind his meat here to use them as a meat shield. And we're just going to keep firing on him, switching back and forth between the guns to cancel the animations.
Yep.
It's not super important to be super fast here. You don't want to run out of ammo, you just want to keep a steady rhythm.
Yeah,
Getting
and if you
hit
don't
here-
keep the steady rhythm, like it won't damage him. So you could technically go super fast and do it with like a steady rhythm, but you might as well just take your time a bit because we're humans.
Yeah, Larry is like the only boss in the game with like really, really high damage reduction. So if you shoot him too fast, he'll just like not even flinch.
Yep. So Larry is the last boss of the run, pretty much. So now it's just really just about skating and jumping around.
Yeah. Surprised your board hasn't started blinking yet.
Yeah, true. So this is where, well, now it blinks. This is where you need stock also. You see I'm jumping around, that's because I need to manage it. Yep.
Hey, and he got the window skate. That
Yep.
saves half a second. It's way harder than it looks.
Yep. And you really don't care about the board at this point. It's really just about if it's alive, it's good. Like as long as you get on the motorcycle with board at is still like in your inventory, you're good. Yes, this is on PC 0. I guess you could explain the story here. Pretty much the
Yeah,
end of it.
so whenever Carlito died, he gave us a locket. And we explained to Isabella that Carlito's dead. We give her the locket, and she figures out what his password is. And we learn all his evil plans. And now, since the signal jammer has been turned off, Jesse's going to call the military, and the special forces are going to mop up the mall, do a cover up, try and kill us all.
Yep.
But we're just going to wait him out and get to the helipad.
We have an emergency situation.
Yep. It's pretty much, as I said, the last part you need to manage your board a bit, but this part really is just all zombies are dead, so it's really just about getting back to the safe room and that's it.
Jessica McCartney? Talk about your close calls. You can't.
Yeah, she got bit by Barnaby. I don't know if I mentioned that during the one cutscene where he died.
Yep.
And yeah, she turned into a zombie. Sadly, we don't get to see her during this run as a zombie.
Yeah.
This is my favorite cutscene in the game right here. The one
Where
where
we
the
can play
special
the play.
forces arrive.
So this at this point everything just goes bad. Jesse dies. I believe Brad is dead already. Carlito is dead.
Yeah,
Military wants to kill everyone.
I believe Brad dies during Bomb Collector.
Yeah, I believe so. He gets shot by Carlito.
Alright, he gets shot and then thrown out into the zombies.
Okay, fair enough. So you see, this is kind of an intro to Overtime, if you want to explain that, Pokesol.
Yeah, Overtime is the mode after if you get the true ending, which we're going for here. We aren't going to do it in this run, thankfully. Overtime is you've been bitten by a zombie on the helipad, and you've got to make a cure to the zombies.
Yep. So you gotta like
And,
gather a lot of supplies and queens.
yeah, gathering queens is pure RNG, and it's not fun.
Yeah. So some zombies will have queens on them, and you really just gotta go back and forth with a motorcycle in the place we were just at, the North Plaza.
We
And
don't do that in NG Plus. You only do that in NG.
yeah,
In
okay, fair enough.
NG, you do that. In NG Plus, you just walk around the park, or you skate around the park.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, this is pretty much the run, I would say.
Yeah, we just gotta skate back to the helipad, and then
Yep.
the game is over.
Yep. No worries about the board. The only worry we have here is about pretty much turning properly here.
Yeah, if you mess up and bonk, loses like probably like 6 seconds.
Yep. So we would normally do overtime after that, but as we said, overtime isn't part of this run. Yep.
Got the vent jump,
Yep.
and that is time.
Yep. Yep. I didn't say it. But yeah. That was a pretty decent run, I want to say. Not too good, but decent. So that was Dead Rising 1, Timeskip, new game. I hope you loved it, because I really do.
Yeah, it can be fun.
Yep, it is fun. I really like this run.
Yeah, as long as you get out of prologue, it's a fun run. But
I'll be damned.
yeah,
He's still
this
alive.
was Dead Rising Timeskip
That son
by
of a bitch
me
made it.
and Deeps.
Yep.
Uh,
That must
thanks
be
for having
rather
us.
spooky.
Shots
Yep.
fired.
I can't
Thanks
wait
for
to
having
get my
us,
share
yeah.
of the take. Woo! Yeah!
This is where